Turn heads and shake it with this crochet bralette fringe top. When fashion meets fun, the fringe is always in. For this tutorial, you'll need medium weight yarn, a trusty 2.5 mm crochet hook, darning needle, and a pair of scissors. I've already made one cap. This cap has 6 rows of double crochets. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do the edging. We are going to begin by making a slip knot. Wrap the yarn around your finger twice, then take the first loop and place it over the second loop, then take the second loop and place it over the second loop, which was originally the first loop, and tighten the knot. Insert your crochet hook inside the slip knot and pull the short end of the yarn. So we're going to make a foundation chain. To begin, you're going to yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. So I'm going to make a foundation chain of 17. I'm going to make 17 chains. After I've chained 17, I'm going to chain an additional 3. This is going to be my first stitch. Then I'm going to prepare for a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So to double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull the yarn through the chain. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. So yarn over, insert your hook through the chain, pull the yarn through the chain, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. You're going to double crochet in every chain until the end of the row. In the last chain, I'm going to make my last double crochet. Then I'm going to add another double crochet in the same chain. So in that last chain, I have 2 double crochets already. I've chained 1 and I'm going to add 2 more double crochets in that same chain. So in that chain, I have 2 double crochets, a chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. So 4 double crochets and a chain 1. Then I'm going to flip my work and work on this other side. And I'm going to place a double crochet in every chain. Until the end of the row. So 1 double crochet in every chain until the end of the row. As you keep crocheting, you can cleverly tuck away any extra yarn, saving you from the hassle of weaving it in later. So we are at the end of the row and I'm doing my final double crochet. Remember the chain 3 that we made at the beginning? That was our first stitch. So I'm going to place a double crochet on top of the chain 3 that we made at the beginning, which was our first stitch. So I'm done with that row. Next row, I'm going to chain 3. The chain 3 is our first stitch. Then I'm going to prepare for a double crochet in the second stitch. But instead of doing a normal double crochet, this time I'm going to place a double crochet on the back loop. On the back loop only. So I'm going to double crochet on every stitch on the back loop until the top of the cap. I'll meet you there. When you're at the top of the cap, in that chain 1 space, we're going to place 2 double crochets. That's my first one. I'm going to place my second double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1 and place 2 more double crochets in that chain 1 space. So I have 4 double crochets in that chain 1 space. Then I'm going to continue with the pattern of placing a double crochet in the back loop of every stitch. I'll be placing 1 double crochet in every stitch until the end of this row. Don't forget to place your last double crochet on top of the chain 3. So we are done with our second row. And we are going to continue with the pattern of row 1 and 2 4 more times. So I'll have a total of 6 rows of double crochets. So I'll meet you when you are done with the cap. Then after that, I'll show you how to do the edging. Make as many rows, just make sure it's enough to cover your bust. To begin the next row, I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to turn my work. The first stitch is already accounted for. I'm going to prepare for a normal double crochet, this time a normal double crochet in the third stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch I'm going to prepare for a double crochet. That is going to be the pattern until we arrive at the top of the cap. Since I landed on a double crochet, on the chain 1 space I'm going to make 1 double crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1 and make another double crochet in the chain 1 space. Then I'm going to do what I did on the other side. I'm going to place a double crochet in the next stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch and prepare for a double crochet in the next stitch, and continue with that pattern of chaining 1, skipping 1 stitch, and in the next stitch preparing for a double crochet. So I'll do that until the end of that row. I'm going to show you how to do this edging, the shell edging first. So to prepare for the shell edging, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then in the first space, you're going to place a single crochet. Then in the next space, you're going to place a double crochet. Then you're going to add another double crochet in that same space, chain 1, and add 2 more double crochets in that same space. That creates a shell. Then in the next space, you're going to single crochet. Then in the next space, you're going to prepare for a shell. So 2 double crochets, and then you're going to chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. Then in the next space, you're going to place a single crochet. So that is going to be the pattern until the top of the cap. When you're at the chain 1 space, you're going to place 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space. Then you're going to chain 100 for the straps, and after you've chained 100, you're going to go into every chain and make single crochets. Then whatever you've done on this side, you do the same thing on the other side to complete that row. I am unraveling this row because I want to make the square design for my edging instead. To begin, chain 4, then you're going to turn your work and place a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. Chain 1 and place a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. That is going to be the pattern until the top of the cap. I've arrived at the top and I've ended with a chain 1. So in the chain 1 space, I'm going to add 2 double crochets. That's my first one. I'm going to go in with another double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1 and place 2 more double crochets in that chain 1 space. Because on this other side I ended on a chain 1, I'm going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch. Because on the other side I ended on a chain 1. So I'm going to skip 1 stitch and place a double crochet in the next stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1 and place a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So I'm going to do that until the end of the row. When I'm at my last square, I'm going to count the 3rd chain from that square. Then I'm going to prepare for a double crochet on the 3rd chain. Next row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. In the first space, I'm going to place a single crochet. Then on top of the double crochet, I'm going to place a single crochet. I'll be placing single crochets on every stitch until the top of the cap. At the top of the cap in the chain 1 space, I'll place a single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 100 for the straps. After I've chained 100 for the straps, I'm going to go into every chain with a single crochet. So in every chain, I'm going to place a single crochet until that first chain that we made. So I'll meet you there. I'm done with my straps. In that chain 1 space, I'm going to place a single crochet. Then I'm going to continue with the pattern of placing a single crochet in every stitch until the end of the row. At my last square, I'm going to count the third chain in that square, then I'm going to place a single crochet on top of that chain. Then I'll chain 19. I'm going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook, then I'm going to single crochet in every chain that I've made. So I'll meet you at the first chain that we made. When you reach the bottom of the bra cap, you're going to prepare for a single crochet on that border, and then you're going to place 2 single crochets in every space. So in every space you're going to make 2 single crochets, and you repeat that pattern until the end of the row. I'll meet you there. I'm going to prepare for my last single crochet at that border. Then I'm going to chain 1 and connect this bra cap to the other cap. I'm going to connect to the other cap with a single crochet at the border, and then I'll be placing 2 single crochets in every space until the end of the bra cap. So 2 single crochets in every double crochet space until the end of the bra cap. Then at the chains, I'm going to be placing 1 single crochet. To begin this row, I'm going to chain 3. Then I'm going to turn my work. Remember, the chain 3 is our first stitch, so I'll be preparing for a double crochet in the second stitch. Then after I've made my double crochet, I'm going to place a double crochet in the next stitch. So in every stitch, I'm going to be placing 1 double crochet, and I'll do that until the end of this row. I'll meet you there. To begin the next row, I'm going to chain 3. This is my first stitch. Then I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to add an additional chain. Then I'm going to skip the next stitch and place a double crochet in the third stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and place a double crochet in the next stitch. So that is going to be the pattern until the end of this row. To begin the next row, I'm going to chain 3, then I'm going to turn my work and chain 1 more. Then I'm going to prepare for a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. After that, I'm going to chain 1 and prepare for a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. So that is going to be the pattern until the end of this row. I'll meet you there. At my last square, I'm going to count the third chain on that square and prepare for a double crochet on top of the third chain. Then I'm going to chain 4 and turn my work. So I'm going to repeat the previous pattern 4 more times, or as many times as you'd like. I made 4 more rows, so in total I have 6 rows of the mesh design. We are now going to be working on the side where we're going to have the loops for the back strap. Chain 3 and prepare for a double crochet in the first space. Prepare for another double crochet in the same space. So in every space, you're going to place 2 double crochets, and you'll do that until the end of the row. At the end of the row, I'm going to add an additional double crochet at the topmost part. To begin the next row, we're going to chain 3. The chain 3 is our first stitch, so we're going to turn our work and chain 2 more. So after we've chained 2, we're going to skip 2 stitches and place a double crochet in the next stitch. So you're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches and place a double crochet in the third stitch. That will be the pattern until the end of this row. To begin the next row, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and in the first space that we made, we are going to place 2 single crochets. and then we're going to place a single crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. Then in the next space, 2 single crochets. So you'll continue with that pattern of placing a single crochet in every stitch until the end of this row. We are going to make chains for the back straps. So I chained 150, but you can make as many chains as you want. I'll meet you once you're done. Once you've made enough chains, you're going to go into every chain with a slip stitch. So in every chain until the first chain that we made, you're going to go in with a slip stitch. So I'll meet you at the first chain that we made. Once you're done with your slip stitches on the chains, you're going to slip stitch in the next stitch. Then you're going to chain 1 and cut off your yarn. So you're going to make a slip knot and connect your yarn on this other side of the bottom part of the bra. Then you're going to repeat the same pattern that we did on this side. You're going to have a row of double crochets, then you're going to make the loops, then you're going to make single crochets, and then the straps. To make the fringe, I wrap the yarn around my arm, as you see, and I do that over and over again. Then I take my scissors and cut one end. So I'm going to do that a couple of more times until I have enough fringe for the bottom part of my top. So I'm going to pick 3, then I'm going to make sure that they are equal in both sides. Then after that, I'll insert my hook in one space, then I'll put the yarn through the space and make a knot to secure the fringe, just like that. So I'm going to pick 3. Then after I've picked 3, I'll make sure that they are equal on both sides. Then I'm going to insert my hook inside the space, pull the yarn through the space, and make a knot to secure the fringe. So I'll do that for every space at the bottom. And we are done with the top. Make sure to weave in the redundant yarn. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one, and follow me on social media at Not Kisses.